viewers, this is your youth librarian Annamarie from the Westerville Public Library, excited to create that Storytime at home experience for all of you. Keep watching for an idea on how to make a baby play activity similar to those we use in our playtime after our standard baby Storytime that you can create from around the house objects that hopefully will keep your little one engaged for a little while. All materials and information will also be in the description below. Enjoy this DIY play activity because it is so simple. It's another way of just taking regular toys that your little one may play with, from stuffed animals, balls, whatever baby safe items that you regularly give your little one, making them just a little bit harder to access to create an entirely new experience that also builds some of those fine motor skills. All you need for this is those baby safe toys that you regularly give your little one, scissors, some kind of yarn or string, depending the size of your basket. If you have extra shoelaces around, that might work, but you do need some kind of yarn or string material, and then a basket. Preferably a basket that has some of these openings in the side. It does not have to remotely look like this one, but those openings will make this easier. If you have a cardboard box, you could punch holes in the sides to tie the string through. That would be an extra step on your part. So I have my basket, and what I'm going to do is take that string and tie it across this basket on different portions. So we are going to tie a knot. I like to double knot each piece just because little ones can start to untangle, especially as they get older. We're going to stretch that yarn across our basket, and I'm going to cut off a piece that gives me enough length to go across. This is some pretty thick yarn. You can use different kinds of yarn if you have lots of yarn and string options at home. That can help give a whole different textured experience to this for your little one. We are going to, thin yarn can also be harder to see sometimes, which can make it more challenging for younger ones, or could make it more exciting for older children. All right, let's get these guys tied on. You can make any kind of pattern across the top that you'd like. And what's really nice about these baskets that have these openings on the sides is that you can also make different layers. So for example, this next one, I'm going to tie about halfway down the side of the basket. Give it another double knot. We're going to unroll that some more, cut off at a random length. We're going to turn that onto the inside. All right, leave that into our basket. And if you've got a piece that's too long, you can also use it to create sort of a double connector. So I will show that in a second, the best I can from this angle. All right, I've got another knot about halfway through, and I'm going to take that remaining string from that longer strand and stretch it across to a different part of the basket. One more knot. All right, so this has left some pretty big gaps in our basket, but for our youngest little ones, just the process of having to figure out how to reach through that string to reach an object they might be interested in adds another level of challenge. And this was just 3 pieces of string. One was super long that I tied onto the basket in different locations. But you could continue with 20 or 30 or more strings across this basket, making it super challenging. So that can be a great activity for preschoolers or even those in like kindergarten or first grade to practice trying to get an object out of the bottom. It can also be a great activity for those, even kindergartners, first graders, second graders, and older. If you want to give them something to do, they could create this activity as long as you've got child-safe scissors for their younger siblings. So once you've got some items in the bottom, they're all going to shift to the bottom right now, but those things will spread spread out in your basket and give you just a different way for your little one to have to try to reach those items. So again, this one isn't particularly challenging because it just has a couple of those strings across, but you can add more and more to make this just another way to interact with some of your child's favorite toys.